Good day, viewers. This video is going to be a debate video. I haven't done one since the manga book one, but basically this is literally just all going to be about who you think Tobi is. I'm going to lay down some theories, tell you what I think, or tell you what is out there on the internet, and then we can talk about it. I must warn that this is going to have loads of spoilers, and if you're not a Naruto nerd, you're probably not going to get much of this. Also, if you're not a Naruto nerd and you try and comment and say something like, "Oh, I think Sasuke's Tobi," or you know what I mean, something silly like that, I will shun you from Earth. But yeah, let's get to it. The first theory I want to explore is the fact that or not the fact, but the possibility that Tobi is Obito. I found this really cool artwork. It does look pretty cool. I have no idea who's done it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's basically the fact, the thought that Obito's right eye was preserved underneath the rock that he was squished under, as you can see here. And Kakashi takes the left eye, but if you see Tobi, he's got short black hair. He's a Sharingan user, and you only see his right eye. The problem with this theory is that we do see his left eye, the one that is supposedly been taken away. Now, obviously, you could argue that Tobi has got all of those. He's got loads of eyes, so he could have just substituted one in, which means that he could have used a thingamajig. He could have used another body, but he could have used Obito's body. I mean, if you see here, we can see that he's got this sort of it's either wrinkles or it could be marks from being crushed under a rock. So I mean, it's really, who knows really. I think it could be Obito, but that eye there is a big problem. Another theory is that Tobi is in fact Izuna Uchiha, who is the brother of Madara. Though obviously here he is dead, and also he's got quite long hair. There's no reason that he couldn't have cut his hair, or that he couldn't have been revived somehow, or that he's not dead, or that's not he's not actually dead there, because we know that he lost his eyes, and there's very little said about his death. I mean, it's just a theory, but he could have gone and found Madara's body and taken his eyes, and is now on a and is using Madara's name as a sort of like a conquest to avenge Madara in a sort of against Senju and all that crap. And the reason, it could be him because of various reasons really. I think this is pretty interesting. When Kazame when his brain is red, we see evidence of Kazame actually meeting Uchiha Madara, and Uchiha Madara here has long hair. So I mean, obviously, it's difficult with manga. I mean, people's haircuts don't usually change, but I mean, it is basically saying that this person with long hair was around even after his death. So this could be it. However, so basically, this is when Kazame first meets Uchiha Madara, and when Tobi takes off his mask, Kazame says, "Oh, it's you, Mizukage-sama," and so recognizes him. So let's say Madara is dead, and that's not Madara. The only person who would look like Madara would be someone who is a relative of him. So we would then say it's probably Izuna. Though something that connects these two people, so someone before and after, just after Madara's death, and in the second attack when the fourth Hokage. If you see here, this is Tobi with this type of mask. He's got short hair, but we know when we see Madara go and talk to Itachi, he has long hair, but he has exactly the same mask. Again, it could be the fact that they've borrowed masks, but we're talking about manga here. Nothing gets too complicated. I mean, it is all sort of incidental, coincidental, nothing's got a strong relationship to each other, but it's something to think about, that this person with the same mask as before has long hair, and this person is fighting the fourth Hokage and just with short hair. So I mean, we really don't know this. It's really confusing. Somewhat similar to the Obito theory, there's another theory about this guy, Kagami Uchiha, who was in the team. He was in a team that was made up of the third Hokage, one of the elders, some other guy, and Danzo, whose leader was the second Hokage. Oh no, wrong one. This way. So this guy, the second Hokage, is Tobi Rama Senju, and as you can see, his second surname, whatever, is Tobi Rama. So that's maybe where Tobi has got the name from. Also, what I find most interesting is that we see that Tobi uses a lot of space-time jutsus, similar to the fourth Hokage, but very similar to this guy, because this guy actually, he taught the space-time jutsus, but Madara, the real Madara, the one with long hair, it doesn't seem like he does those kind of attacks and techniques. So it seems to me that this could be quite a good one on the basis of the techniques. I guess a big question is really who is, obviously to answer the who is Tobi, the first thing we need to know is whether Tobi and Madara are the same person. I'm starting to think that it's less and less likely that they're the same person. The latest chapter that we've just read, 560, shows Tobi with a normal Rasengan and a Rinnegan, but later on in the chapter we find out that actually Madara, before his death, was able to activate a Rinnegan from his Sharingan. So what I think was that Tobi is a creation of Madara. Hear me out, okay. So if you think about all the things before said about the yin and yang sort of power, Zetsu is obviously a big part of this, and he's black and white. I mean, it's like a sort of, just a kind of thing to think about. Also, Zetsu calls Tobi. He's the only character that continues to call Tobi by his name Tobi. Everyone else calls him Madara, which means that maybe he's not. Zetsu obviously knows a lot. I also think that this is I think my theory might be quite close to something, because if you look here when they're fighting, I showed you this before, but look here. His arm's a bit like Zetsu. So I think just before Madara went into that fight, he prepared a body of himself, built Zetsu, who is like this person. I'm not, obviously I haven't really thought it that much through, but I think Zetsu and Madara have a big sort of connection. So yeah, sorry this is such a long video again. I'm not very good at talking very quickly, and even though I wrote stuff down what to say, and I got all the pictures ready, which quite proud of myself really, this still is going over 10 minutes, so yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, hopefully you like the theories that I've found and talked about, but really I'm doing these so that I hear from you, so please comment. I don't really mind about if you like or favourite or subscribe. I just really want to see what other people have got to say. I mean, obviously, if you do like this video, then like it. If you do like what I do, then do subscribe. But this video is more about the debate. So yeah, thanks for watching. Rival out.